Paul, when you did your explanation of EcoShare, you mentioned about some apps from the driver's situation. Could you explain, I think you called it Driverpool, could you explain how that works?
Yeah, Driverpool is the app that we will give to drivers. Driverpool will be their portal to both the money that they earn and the selections of jobs that will all drop into their app. They will be able to filter their jobs and see what jobs are going to be make them the most money, what jobs are going in the direction that they want to head. They're going to have the ability to sort by price per mile or whatever aspects they want that maximises a driver's income. Driverpool will provide it for them.
Sure. So my understanding is that doesn't exist today. There are many restrictions around the apps that they have now. Could you just go through some of the restrictions that apply now and how Driverpool overcomes them?
Yeah, so at the moment, virtually everyone says you can only work for one company.
Yeah.
In the UK anyway. Abroad, you can have several apps, and there are some apps out there which combine them together. It's pretty much the way Driverpool will work. So you could have A to Z taxis, you could have B to C taxis, and you could have E to F taxis, and all of them will be putting jobs into the ecosystem, just like To Go To will. And the drivers at the bottom will be able to see all the jobs that all the companies are putting in and work for anyone, so they can become a businessman and maximise their earnings rather than currently being told this is the job you've got, go and do it.
Sure. So when they accept a job, how are they committing? Are they committing?
Well, they choose to commit or not. At the moment, drivers are fed jobs and they accept or decline, which can increase passenger waiting time because they don't want to take certain jobs on. Whereas in Driverpool, they'll be able to see all the jobs ahead of time. They'll be able to see where the jobs are going from and to, so they'll be able to decide what's best for them. In quiet periods, you'll find that jobs will fly out because they're quiet. In busier times, it helps drivers maximise their income and obviously makes them more money on the road.
Sure. You mentioned that also previously that other applications, there's quite a big fee. What sort of fee we talking about for the drivers have to pay out, and how is Driverpool different?
So your global taxi companies, the ones that you can first think of, they tend to charge 25% of a driver's fare. Whether that driver makes a loss or not, they charge 25% irrespective. To Go To will be leading the market by charging 5%. And obviously the small contract will charge 1%, so the driver will retain 94% as opposed to 75%. Your local taxi companies are anywhere between 50 and 20%, depending on how much a driver works and how much a driver earns. So the ecosystem will be putting in, I'd say, around about between 15 and 20% more money into a driver's pocket for every job.
Wow. Well, that's really impressive. So by using the Driver Checks app, the taxi driver gets more choice. The taxi driver gets to choose, but also they got more money in their pocket.
Yeah, using the Driverpool app, they get more choice and they get to earn more money, which means that if they're earning more money, they have less need to do the illegal activities that some drivers feel they need to do at the moment just to make ends meet.
Wow, thank you.